Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4 The Last Revelations. I've got his 115 speaking. Shame about the fact that the camera cut. That was a really cool angle. Let me welcome you to our first visit into the so-called trenches. This is going to be the most frequently visited level. Not because it's a central hub area like the Chambers of Tulun, but more because it's... they again split a larger level into two levels that are interconnected with a mandatory, albeit very confusing and pointless circuit loop created by the developers. It will make a bit more sense, but the trenches level leads to another part called the Street Bazaar that was supposed to be the same level with trenches, and from the Street Bazaar we'll get back to trenches just to get back to the Street Bazaar. It's more confusing than it really needs to be for those of us who are making walkthroughs and Let's Plays. Lucky me. So, the going is gonna get tough and rough in this level for a couple of reasons. Most of them involve some unavoidable damage, but you know what? Let me show rather than tell. First of all, whilst we are still on the bike, let's keep to the left staircase over here and take care of two of our friends. Serves them right for not being as friendly as Sergeant Aziza, really. Just terrible manners all around. Now, let me explain something. Over here is a particularly slippery, sandy slope. Now, our objective really, more than anything, is to get our bike there, because that is actually the rear entrance into the Citadel gate, so we can allow Sergeant Aziza to mount our bike and carry him to the explosive truck. But we not only need to open a gate that's at the top of the slope that can only be opened from the other side, but we also need to open the gate here to make a jump with the bike. And to make the jump, we also need the bike to be upgraded with speed boost. Once we do the first jump, some of this sand will actually disappear, allowing us to climb back up, which is very convenient, but until then, we have our adventure cut out for us. Now, since this is my first visit into the trenches, but we've already been to the Citadel gate, I do have the nitrous oxide canister. If you don't, that is also fine. You can do everything that's up ahead in here and get that nitrous oxide and talk to Sergeant Aziz a bit later on. But I just find this to be what I'm doing to be the best flow, even story-wise, and, you know, the difficulty spike-wise, the suspense-wise, and that sort of thing. Just the pacing is better, I feel. Now, there is yet another soldier up on the roof. By now you know what I like to do, right? Give them a taste of some particularly bad medicine. Okay, let's be very careful. Ah, there he is. I'm sure, Lara, there's no invisible barrier, right? Perfect. Okay, now he starts moving, which can make it a bit tricky. But if you give it some time, all we'll need to do is just use our pistols to chip away the remainder of his health. Again, 15 seconds is the golden amount of time I find this to work repeatedly over and over, okay? Just so as not to be confused. Now, he seems to have hidden quite well. Let's see if we can get some angle on him. Huh. You know what? He is smart. I don't like that. Can we get an angle for him? Over here, I can hear his footsteps. I know he's very active. I'm sorry, but the cardio is not really gonna eliminate the... Ah, poison. Ha! There he is. Okay, finally. Thought you tricked us, didn't you, bastard? Okay, cool. So again, there's no way to get up there or check if he actually dropped anything, so I'm gonna trust the developers he does not. But mind the large health pack here. And also, just make a mental note for now, there is a trapdoor you can grab, jump, and open. We're gonna leave that alone for now. That's actually gonna be the final thing I'm gonna show you in this level, okay? Because it's connected to a particular door, key to which we will find back in Chambers of Tulun, right? Which will be sort of our next destinations. So we are not really gonna reach the Street Bazaar from the trenches. We still have to do some backtracking in Chambers of Tulun, because Street Bazaar is actually behind the door and the sandy slope that I showed you at the very beginning. Okay, so Uzi clips, alright? And now we are officially entering the area that the level name pretty much refers to, the so-called trenches. First of all, let's get our shotgun ready. There is one not particularly well-hidden soldier, more like a late spawner, if anything like that. Maybe he's a late bloomer as well. Oh, there we go. Doesn't drop anything like that, but killing off that soldier so easily can give you a false sense of security. Because around the corner over here is... oh dear god, this is scary. Make a jump forward, and do not under any circumstances sprint, because that's gonna cause more problems. Okay, that was actually pretty damn good. The turret is facing us. It thinks we are behind this crate. Let's keep the turret thinking that by crawling and hugging these... well, actually, these are sandbags, yeah? So let's go very closely. Let's hug them as we are crawling and not give away our actual position. Alright. Okay, now use the look key to make sure. Whew, okay. At one point it happened to me that the turret just turned anyway, but I must have made some mistake when hugging those sandbags. Okay, so now you know what to do, right? We're gonna bring it down. Wow, 55 revolver shots, that is actually a lot. Oh, the path is clear, this is glorious. Okay, awesome. We didn't really take much damage, I'm proud of that. Now, before we do anything else here and enter the deeper trenches, mind the slope over here. You can actually get here relatively safely, even without disabling the turret first, but you are gonna take a few extra pot shots, and of course, if I can help it, I want to avoid it. So, let's do that after we have cleared out the area. And also on the roof over here, you will find some grenades. Totally worth it. Super grenades, no less. This is great. Still not sure when or how we are going to use them, because in Cairo levels there aren't really opportunities for that. I think there is one opportunity in the final level to use one flash grenade, but that's about it. Okay, and now let's be very careful. Ooh, okay. Now, don't make any further steps. See that? That's a turret. Maybe due to the screen being dark or something you cannot see it well. Let me light it up. There it is. Now, something I haven't explained yet is that every single turret in this game, with the exception of those that are broken, you know, and steaming, doubles as a flamethrower. Meaning, if you get too close to them, they will set Lara on fire. There is no way of knowing this other than just getting close to them and finding out on your own. You know, because they're not powerful enough. Furthermore, our only way of continuing is through this vent. Now, the problem with that is as well that there is one enemy who we are gonna have severe difficulties in taking down. Unfortunately, he doesn't spawn up until you have already progressed through this team. So what I'm gonna do is just go forward. Oh my god, sir, your aim was terrible. I have never managed not to take damage from him. Oh, this is great. Okay, and he drops a small health pack, but be very careful about that patch of fire, because you know what's gonna happen if you touch it, right? It's all over. Okay, so we got our hands on the small health pack and the white shot shells in the box. We don't care about white shots anymore, but you know, still nice to have something. You still get the dopamine rush from a pickup, after all. And now, the turret I was explaining also doubles as a flamethrower, and by the way, all of them do, just the example I used, is exposed. Don't try to headshot the soldier. First of all, there is no such thing as headshots in these Tomb Raiders. Secondly, as you can see, if you aim below his waist, it turns red. If you go up, it's dark. It means you cannot reach it, there is an invisible barrier blocking you. If there is a subtle hint of red, that means you can fire, there is a clear line of sight. So let's say this guy is an adventurer, up until he takes 2 bullets in the knee. Okay, and he's down. So, that's how you do that, you know, and we use this nice crawl space. Now, if you don't want to go through the steam valves again, you might be thinking, oh, how about we just crawl through here? Well, unfortunately, it's not quite high enough to allow Lara to exit that crawl space on the other side, which is really annoying. You have to go back through the burning steam. Although we completely avoided taking damage, I have no idea how this happened. Again, this is like the 3rd time something happened I never managed to pull off during my trial runs. I am so happy about how Cairo is turning out so far. Yeah, and this is what I mean by the crawl space being too low to allow Lara to go back. Such animation doesn't exist. Similar like in the Dead City, above the trapdoor with the corpse that we had to move out of the way. Now, be very mindful of the truck over here. This is hilarious, but I wouldn't want to be passing underneath it, but the soldier was just standing beneath it. You know, part of me makes me wonder, like, oh, imagine us being able to shoot it somehow, and it dropping down on top of him. Like, that'd be so neat. Actually, I have never tried it, but I believe we have no clear line of sight on that truck from that small gap where the turret was, so it doesn't really matter. But that'd be so cool. Okay, let's see. I want to time this well. Oh, one thing I want to... Actually, I'm probably not going to be able to explain, but in that corner of the room, as soon as we make another step, a turret will appear, and it will take pot shots at us. Or, if we get too close via shimmying through here, it will set us on fire. However, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up a particular key item, which triggers the turret IFF into thinking Lara is a friend, not a foe, which will prevent all turrets in the future from hurting her in any shape or form. Yeah, this team you cannot avoid taking damage. It cycles too quickly on and off. So this is the item I'm talking about. There we go. Some soldier's face, an ID tag, and these are the so-called weapon code keys. So Sergeant Aziza mentioned he has part of the weapon code key. We need to get the other one. This is it. So you might be wondering, okay, what happens if with this weapon code key we just go all the way back to Citadel Gate to him? Nothing. Part of the deal was bringing the bike over. The game doesn't actually check if you have the weapon code key and have the bike. The fact that you can get the bike across already means you have the weapon code key, because the weapon code key will allow you to overcome the following obstacle, and that is a very awkwardly placed turret. Without it, you will not survive. Ah, god damn it, I could have done a better job there. Whoa, okay, that was fast. Alrighty, still not entirely bad, I think. Now, since we have the weapon code key, that turret over there will no longer shoot at us, and most importantly, even if you can keep popping those health packs, it will not set Lara on fire. And since Lara being set on fire, as we tested it out when we were entering Alexandria with the train ride from Karnak, it carries over, there wouldn't be a way for you to finish this level and get what you need with Lara being set on fire. So this is how the game ensured you follow the plot structure with this turret, because there is no way to take out this turret other than from behind, and to get safely behind it, you need to have that immunity. It needs not to try and kill you. Okay, let's wait for the steam. Okay, and there is, by the way, this damage is again unavoidable. Very annoying. Okay. Now, be very quick. Lara tends to aim at the turret, which, as you can imagine, can be a problem with an actual soldier trying to kill you. Lara's way of prioritizing is not particularly good. Now, we're gonna take care of that turret and the large health pack a bit later. There is one more soldier we need to take care of. Come out, wherever you are. Oh, right. I think we need to get here for him to spawn. No, Lara, you're aiming at the turret. That's the soldier. Thank you. Okay, so it seems you need to step here with the camera angle showing you the exposed engine of the car before the other soldier will spawn. Interesting. Okay. Well, what's also more interesting is that there is another destructible crate here. A small one, behind which there should be... Oh, Lara. A large health pack. Thank you for that. Perfect. And now you might be wondering, well, why was there such a special camera angle focused on this truck? Guess what? You need to crowbar that pipe through. Just like that. Lara will pick it up. Now, what is it called exactly? Let's see. Wolf pipe, okay? And you can finally combine this thing with the nitrous oxide canister and then approach your bike, summon the inventory screen, and use it to upgrade it and do those turbo jumps. Now, I'm gonna do that at the beginning of the Chambers of Tulun to show you how we can finally overcome that ramp with the stairs that I showed you before. So let's leave that joyous part for later on. Now, yeah, this turret. You know, many people think it's not possible to kill it because it's always gonna just face you. You can never hit its tank, but actually, you can confuse it a little. Oh, wait a sec. Perfect. That should do it. And now, just keep running into it without toppling over. You'd have destroyed the turret, just like that. Also, the explosion doesn't actually damage Lara, thank goodness. That'd be a problem. So now, all you have to do is go back. And the good news is that this valve, with the sort of unavoidable cycle, I mean unavoidable damage, but also the stream, is now shut off. I have no idea why, what caused it. It's more like something didn't re-trigger it. Remember, due to many memory limitations, the game is trying to be very economical when it comes to certain particle effects, like that steam. And it thinks that if a player doesn't see it, well, why should it be running? It would just slow the game down, which makes sense. So, as a result, it's not running when you are on your way back, for whatever reason. I think that's why. Okay, and now we should just about make it. I mean, if we are gonna make it through this level without using a health pack, I'm gonna be a very happy guy. Okay, Lara, now make a jump. Perfect, no damage taken. There is still one enemy to overcome. See how quickly we got back? It seems like such a distant area, but it's actually not. It's just there are many obstacles in your way. But in terms of the genuine distance, it's really easy. Oh, and this is a way back from the street bazaar level, which is like the second part of the trenches. They decided to split into another level. Anywho, we are back to our bike. Now, before you are gonna eagerly return to the chambers of Tulun, and you can, I still want to show you what everything you can do on your first visit in terms of enemies and goodies. So first things first, let's take the laser sight away, because why waste a good bullet when we can just waste an arrow? And let's choose the normal ammo. There is one obstacle that will prevent us from shimmying across to reach our full potential, and now it's gone. And with that in mind, remember the trapdoor I showed you some time ago? There it is. So, you probably know what to do. Just hold the action key, Lara will take care of the rest. Very satisfying. And up we go. I'm afraid into a crawl space. Yeah, not a big fan of that, but what can you do? And I believe inside there should be some poison arrows. Now I'm not entirely sure if it's on this one or the one with the trapdoor. I hope it's this one so I'm not wasting our time. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, didn't want to return through that. Okay, and I did promise you one more enemy. Patience, please. Oh, but we might have to use a health pack. I see now. Because there is gonna be a swarm of locusts. Oh no! Oh, so close. I mean, I could have always made it back across the sandy slope to the chambers of Tulun and then returned with a full health refill, but, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to follow my video splitting rule and I don't want to misuse the health refills. I mean, the game is already health pack generous and we are already health pack very cheap. So, yeah, here is the problem. So, first things first, in case you are not interested in retracing back to Chambers of Tulun and just want to continue the game, feel free to make a running grabbing jump over here. And from here, you can continue shimmying and with the rest of the level. Now, I'm gonna make a stop here. If you're interested to see what's there right now and you want to continue the game, check out my second trenches video. For now, I am gonna stop here because we are supposed to get our hands on a key that will unlock this door from the other side. The key is in Chambers of Tulun. Yeah, the developers were not aware that you can probably just jump here like this. That's my sort of running theory. So let's just make it back across. Whew, that was actually really close. And I'm gonna show you... Well, actually, no. I'm just gonna hope we're gonna survive the swarm of locusts. There they are, those bastards. Wait, where are they? Did we... Where are the locusts? Each and every time a swarm of locusts appeared... You know what? You're not gonna hear me complaining. I still don't get it, but I'm happy they didn't appear. I mean, they're not an enemy, so who cares, right? Please trust me, now I must seem like some liar to you, but every single time I did that, and that's also the reason why the musical cue played, a swarm of locusts appeared and now it didn't? This is odd. And I have already been playing this on the new laptop on Windows 10 and they were appearing. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get angry now. even though we didn't use a health pack, and that's a great outcome of this level. Do you see a keyhole anywhere on this door or near this door? Because I don't. Now imagine as a new player you come here and you're thinking, oh, a door. Well, the action key does nothing, which often does something in Tomb Raider 4. We need to hit a button or some lever or mechanism somewhere to open it, right? Who, in their right mind, will assume they need a key to open a door without any keyhole? I mean, really? Why would you do this, developers? Why are you doing this to us? I'm going to assume it's all just because of a short development time, and this was some placeholder that was eventually supposed to be replaced, but bloody hell. I understand that the game guides were kind of a big part of the games industry back in 90s and early 2000s, but why? So yeah, obviously you know you have to go back to Chambers of Tulun with a fully upgraded bike and get your hands on the so-called roof key and then insert it where the sun doesn't shine, apparently. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. We should survive this fall without any damage. Wonderful. Again, we didn't trigger the Swarm of Locusts, so I'm actually half expecting next time we will be retracing our steps here with a key. That will be interesting to see if it will happen. But if not, that is still all for our first visit into the trenches. So, before we go to the Street Bazaar, since I don't want to use the door workaround and I want to get my hands on those skills and goodies, I'm gonna go back to the Chambers of Tulun for the final time, actually. Even though we'll be in the Citadel Gate, we'll use this level. Trenches is also connected to the Citadel Gate, and we'll use that rear connection to reach it. So, let me just bring up the statistics screen briefly. For now, we have found all 13 items. We have killed only 12 out of 13 enemies. It's gonna be our fourth and last visit into the trenches that will allow us to kill that one remaining soldier. And we have found 0 secrets because there are none in trenches. But there is one secret in the Street Bazaar level, which I consider to be part of the trenches, really. But not in my video. It's split with a strict discipline. So, let me make a save here, and we are again back to the full list. Oh, this is great. And yeah, I will see you guys next time in Chambers of Tulun.